Today we will have a look at a giant battery. We will just have a look. I will not do any repair. I just look at batteries on the channel and see if they are repairable. We also get the customer to come in with the e-bike so we can check if it's actually locked, because all the giant batteries actually had one signal for communication, most likely CAN bus, since the start, at least from the giant twist time. Now this one has a new type of connector, a 6-pin connector, and they do not just add that to be fancy. So we will see if it's communicating with the e-bike, maybe find out who makes these. Because Sandro did some of the old ones, and we also seen some with LG pouch shells. I never opened one of these, so I'm not sure where to press. You can just bend it. Oh, one side and it should pop. Yeah, those three broke, but the tree on the other side is intact, but there's really nothing you can do. Having the same design, but they added this little, most likely a pressure vent. Oh, and a lot of silicone inside. Do they have naked cells? And they have a 30 amp fuse inside. Dear people at Giant, how do you think anyone would be able to replace? You didn't think that through, did you? But it could be just to protect the electronics and you won't be running 30 amp. What do we have here? They just have 2 pins for the charger. They're using pin 1 for positive, but pin 3 for negative. So replacement charger would be very easy. Let's just, come on. Yeah, there we go. No communication on the charger, and that was usually the big problem with the old twist batteries. We had to always include a new charger. That's nice to know. Thank you, Giant. But they do have communication, and now we have 3 of the 4 wires. One is blank. So what we want to do is disconnect these wires and see if it still works on the e-bike, assuming we have a working battery. Otherwise we have to connect a generic battery, because you won't be able to replace the cells in this. No matter how good you are, you can't spend 2 weeks hacking away silicone just to get it out. But we do have a terminal over here, and it should be a 36 volt. So then we should have the other terminal located here. Yeah, the battery is 2.4 volts. And I thought this was a cell, but that is a terminal. I've only seen this entombment once, and that is from a Panasonic Flyer battery, where they just, oh, here's a truckload of silicone left over. Let's fill up our batteries. It would be cool to see which cells, because it is rather high capacity. So let's see if we can just have a peek. Let's just see if, okay, that's the side. Here is the bottom. And the silicone actually came off kind of nicely. That's a pretty nice silicone. It's easily removable. So it could be possible replacing the cells and keeping the original electronics. Come on, show me your color. What? No, they have black holders covering the complete cell, so we can't see the cells from this side either. But we can see the top color and top ring maybe. I will disconnect everything here, connect my battery bag and hook it up to the e-bike and see if we can do it. Now this is a very nice e-bike. It looks and feels really good and high quality. So I hope we can make it work again. Yeah, powered by Yamaha. Do they have a Yamaha motor? But not the Yamaha battery. I've connected it to my generic lead acid case, which have about 35 volts coming into the battery. So let's see if we can turn it on. On it goes. But system mentions EnergyPak error. Yeah. Okay, it said error, but it didn't say you cannot ride. But it does look to be working, and it also shows pretty accurate battery capacity. I will definitely try this out once my staff comes. They are using communication, but they might not be locking your e-bike, and that is fantastic, Giant, because that's pretty much the only reason to have all the fancy electronic is to lock your customer out. But if this works, it's impressive. Maybe you have some features that won't work, that are connected directly to the battery, but it doesn't show error or turning off, just that it's not sensing a smart battery. Amazing stuff. That's good information. So, we tested the e-bike, the motor wouldn't engage, but I think since it's a mid-drive it might have a torque sensor, so I'm gonna go out and ride it. So I just grabbed an old battery that was 42 volt fully charged, connected positive and negative directly to the battery. Yes, you don't need BMS when you're just testing. So now I can actually ride it and put some torque on the pedals and see, because I felt the motor almost engaging once, so I really want to be sure. Now this doesn't look too good, but it's for testing purposes. Do you want to know if the e-bike worked with my generic little BMS-less battery pack? The answer is yes, but this is a very special bike. It's a buckhorn bike, and I kind of panicked because I couldn't find any brakes. Here we have the brakes right under the shifter, so I managed to find the brakes, but I did notice the motor going. But I didn't really want to get up to too much speed since I'm not comfortable riding one of those. So I will ask the customer to come in and ride with the generic battery and tell if he feels any power difference and if it works like normal. Because I'm not qualified to ride one of these. But it seems to be working. However, I want to make sure it works at higher speeds. Now when you buy this kind of bike, you expect it to go like 40, 50. But I don't think he has a Trimkit.